from another video. If you're joining me for the first time, hello! I have a marketplace haul, and by marketplace haul I mean thrift store, garage sales, and auction wins, or secondhand toys basically. Mostly dolls in this one. There's a couple of monkeys and some WWE figures, but let's get into it. And I'm gonna start, let's get, you know, the boys' toys done first. Let's get the boys' toys done first. So these are WWE figures. I'll bring them up and let's have a look. So here is the first guy. I'll have his identification down the bottom there. So these are about $30 to $40 New Zealand in the shops to buy. You can see I picked him up secondhand for $3. He's in a beautiful condition. There's no real dirt marks or anything on him. I don't think he's really been played with. The articulation on these WWE figures I absolutely love. They have head movement, shoulder rotation, elbow movement, wrist, hip, and rotation. And you can see here they have chest, knee, and ankle. So there is a lot of movement in these guys, and plus they look really cool. So they're nice for younger doll play. You know, he'll make someone a nice hubby. Little too small for Barbie, but there are smaller dolls. So the next two guys I got are a tag team, the New Day. They're really brightly dressed and they look so cool. These guys, the moment I saw them, I wanted them. Out of the four I got, these two are my favorite, just because of their clothing is so out there. Same sort of articulation, $3 each. Great buying. And next to man, I knew immediately it's Triple H. I mean, he's been in WWE Sling, Raw Wrestling around for ages, and he is quite a looker, ain't he? He looks quite nice there. He's a lovely darling. And again, all amazing articulation. I've brought these more for, I guess, for my husband than my kids, to be quite honest, to put on his shelf in the office. He used to like the wrestling and he used to watch it every week. Okay, so we'll go into a couple more thrift store finds. Let's bring up this one here. Now, I know I have a lot of Littlest Pet Shop watches, and these are actual Blythe dolls. These are LPS Blythe dolls. So if you know the Blythe dolls that are really expensive, these are the LPS Blythe minis. It's very, very hard to find them with their shoes. That's one thing. If you ever see one of these with their shoes and it's relatively cheap, you've got yourself a bargain. Almost, I don't think I've actually ever found one with her shoes on from a thrift store. You can see she was 50 cents New Zealand, and I just love, love, love her little dress here with, it looks like a little LPS Chihuahua on. Blonde hair and blue eyes. I really love these mini dolls. Okay, and if you know me, you know my favorite dolls are brunettes with blue eyes. So when Astra picked her up, both of us were like, who on earth is this? She is Disney. Of course, Astra's favorite color is yellow, and she's a brunette with blue eyes, got this gorgeous sparkly crown on top. So she is a plastic figurine. And my guess was, if you watched my Instagram, was that she is Sofia's mum. That's the only Disney character I could think of. So someone did identify her on Instagram, said yes, and showed me the pictures of which one she comes off. So thank you very much for that. I'll put their name down the bottom here. Thank you. I absolutely love her, and if they bring her out in doll form, especially in a yellow dress, I will be buying up all of her, because brunettes with blue eyes are the best dolls. Alright, and now for a purchase I'm very disappointed with. When I've been buying from these thrift stores, I generally get used to the seller, which means I know around the price range they put on, and I've been picking up secondhand Hairdorables for about 50 cents to $1. $2 if they come with their accessories. You can see that she's missing her shoes and her hairpiece. So when I picked her up, I kind of just saw the 50 cents. She's actually $3.50. That is not a bargain. Do not pay more than 50 cents to $1 for these, because you can pick them up missing accessories for that amount. For me, basically, I was upset with myself because I'm usually pretty good with that, but I messed up. But yeah, so I picked her up for $3.50. She is one I don't have, so I'll just add her to the list and get her pieces. Okay, for this little darling, she was actually in a trash bin, and by a trash bin, if you've seen one of my Cabbage Patch restorations on Instagram where it was just this grubby, ingrained, dirty Cabbage Patch, outside some thrift stores near me, they have basically 50 cents or junk bin. Basically, if it doesn't sell for 50 cents, they're going to throw it. And I found that Cabbage Patch, and you'll know if I restored her, she looks completely brand new now. I found the other day this little sweetheart. Do have some smaller type dolls of this range, but for 50 cents, I thought, who on earth would want to dump her? She's adorable. Blake thinks she looks like she's been eating like a chocolate cake and she's licking her lips after. I think she's gorgeous. I'm going to give her hair a wash, give her body a wash, give her mid-body a chemical rinse. That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe she came from a really dirty bin or something, and that's why they were getting rid of her. And yeah, bring her back to new. She's too cute to throw away. Okay, I can't remember if I've included her in a doll haul before. I may have, I can't remember. She's been up by my bed for a while because I really love her face. She is a Cabbage Patch Faker doll. Now the story behind this is on a Facebook Cabbage Patch group. Someone is asking a million questions about this fake CPK face. I'll bring her up. I don't know about you, but I find this face absolutely adorable. I love dolls with teeth. My first, you know, most of my favorite Cabbage Patches have these front teeth, or, you know, some sort of tooth in that thing. I absolutely love it. From Babyland General Hospital, I picked one of the dolls that had the teeth, you know, in the smile. So when this was posted to Facebook Marketplace group, someone was asking a million questions, and then they mentioned they were from New Zealand. Haha! So the moment they mentioned they were from New Zealand, I actually went on the New Zealand trading site on the off chance maybe she was in it. And then I saw her, and she was super duper cheap for $20 as far as I'm concerned. And so I was just like, for buy now $20, why don't you just buy it? So I brought it, and yeah, I just figured, I felt a bit bad about it because this other person was obviously very, very keen. But you know, if you snooze, you lose. Now, with the Faker doll, she has a cloth body. It's obviously not the same material as Cabbage Patch and doesn't have the same sort of detailing with the fingers, etc. She has this little blue dress and then little blue undies under. And then her boots are actually sewn into the doll. And she does have Honk Kong printed on the back of her mold. So she is a Faker CPK doll, but she is a really good faker. I mean, look at that face. If I was new to Cabbage Patch dolls, I honestly would think she was a CPK doll. But yeah, I grabbed her. I think she's adorable. Let me know if you think so too. Okay, so a long time ago, some of you may have seen my teddy bears I've sewn on Instagram. A lot of them have gone because I used to sew cloth dolls and bears as acts of kindness and leave them in parks in areas that were, I wouldn't say poor, I don't like using the word poor, but had disadvantaged children in them. And I used to leave them with a card saying, random act of kindness, bear or doll, please take me home if you love me, sort of thing. And we always used to go back like a couple of hours later to make sure they'd gone. They'd always gone. Even if there was no kids in the park when I dropped it off on the bench, they were always gone by the time I got there. So I would make them out of proper fur, etc., and with proper, you know, wooden ball joints, etc., the bears. And yeah, I used to sew cloth dolls. So when I actually purchased her in a bag with the pink one coming up, for $3. So she works about $1.50. She is branded, which I find interesting. Well, she's not brand as in a brand, but she does have made in Sri Lanka sort of tags off her. She is a beautiful, beautiful cloth doll. There's not much staining on her, you know, and there hasn't ever obviously been much play in her because her woolen hair is not that shaggy, you know, when it gets shaggy and you can tell it's been sitting, rubbing against things. So I'd say she's not had a lot of play. I intend to gift her on because I didn't buy the bag for her. I brought the bag for this little peanut. I know why. I don't tend to buy off brands too much when it comes to dolls lately, unless they have a certain appeal, they're vintage or something, you know. I don't do it, but there's something with her hair which I absolutely love. Now she has a sewn on dress and a cloth body, vinyl hands and plastic face. Obviously she's in need of a bit of scrub. She's had a bit more play than the previous dolly, but yeah, there's just something so incredibly sweet about her. I don't know if I'm going to keep her, but I definitely want to restore her and give her a home that someone's going to love her, because she's so cute. Okay, so this is a grab bag basically. It was $2.50, and you'll see there is actually a Hairdorables in there for $2.50. I paid $3.50 for that other one. I'm so annoyed. Honestly, I've brought from that store before and they've always been 50 cents or $1. So I have no idea what happened with that one. So $2.50. You can see quite a few dolls in there. Let's first off bring up the Cupcake surprises. Now, I have a lot of Cupcake surprises. They aren't high value dolls. You buy them for about $10 for this size in New Zealand. I actually threw a children's party where we had a magician come and everything, and it was they had cupcakes. They had these Cupcake surprise dolls as gifts along with the Gelato surprise, the big ones, and all the kids were going, you know, all the little girls were going crazy. The boys got cars and stuff, but all the little kids were going crazy because they got these little dolls. It was really, really sweet. So they're obviously missing their hat. The idea behind these dolls being that when you put them down into their skirt, their hat is like a iced cupcake, and so they hide within their cupcakes. I have so many Cupcake surprise dolls. Honestly, I'm not lying when I say I've probably got 50. I'm not really interested in keeping any to restore, so I'm going to gift these ones back to the charity shop. And this, maybe not with this one. This one is actually a Gelato surprise, I think. So this one here is missing again her top part, but I may have a spare top part in my pieces. But this is what I meant by the Gelato surprise. And then they have the covering over here like an ice cream sundae. I quite like these ones quite a lot, and I don't have as many of these as I do the Cupcake ones. So she will be a keeper. And then we have Noah from Hairdorables wearing a Solvalian family dress, so it's not looking too good on her. I may already have this doll. In fact, there's a high chance I already have it. I will put her aside and check her off. If I don't have her, I'll keep her. If I do have her, I do know a little girl who collects Hairdorables, so I'll just give it to her, so she's a keeper. But the main reason I brought this bag was because of this one. Now, I'm almost 100% certain I have Cinderella, official Cinderella Disney shoes in my dress bag. This has been used a lot. Now this, I think the idea behind these ones was you put water on the dress and it brings up a magical scene. I have no interest whatsoever in doing that. However, I do have interest in cleaning it up because it's a bit dirty. But more so than that, you can see that she's retained a bit of her hairstyle. She still has her pegs and her hair. Get off the Cupcake surprise. And her hair thing here. Yeah, I do not actually have this Cinderella doll, so I do not mind paying $2.50 for her. And what was the other one we kept? Oh yeah, and these two little ones. Yep, so $2.50, that's a bargain. Okay, so I've shot the camera back up here. And now for something which I actually paid a bit more for. Now, Astra dislikes Frozen. She dislikes Frozen with a passion. She absolutely dislikes the first movie, and she was kind of meh on the second movie. As such, because of the hype of it, and she couldn't understand why so many of her friends were into it, it kind of made her hate the movie even more. And she couldn't understand why they wanted that when you could have, you know, there were much better Disney princesses out there in her opinion. I am not allowed to buy many Frozen products. As such, I have very few Frozen dolls, even though I absolutely love the sisters. However, she was okay with this. I kind of snuck it in. I went to a store. I paid $15 New Zealand for it, which is much more than I pay usually for the Disney toddler dolls. I picked up actually couple the other day just for $2 each. But this is a Diisney Animator. Now she is missing her headband, which is, honestly, it's a black ribbon with the Velcro at the back, so I can fix that. Her hair has not, she's obviously not been played with by a lovely, because her hair is in the same style. The dress is really good. It is missing its bow at the back, which is okay. But more so than that, the leggings and the shoes are on her, which is something I find with toddler dolls. The shoes, you know, shoes, necklaces, little accessories just go. But I was absolutely so ecstatic when I saw her. And even more so than that, I was so worried when I was bringing her back to the car. I kind of said to Astra, I'm sneaking her in. But Astra was okay because she was a Diisney Animator doll. And for $15, that's a real bargain. Isn't she adorable? It almost looks more like Anna's dress on her, but she's so cute. I love her. Okay, going into the monkey business. If you've been on my Instagram, you'll know what these are. And there's a reason I brought them in this lot. I'll bring it up. Probably my favorite one. Yeah, it is. It's my favorite one out of my finds in this lot. I got this little monkey lost for $1. Now, she is needing reflocking, which is okay. I don't mind doing reflocking on her. Little monkey lost is actually very nostalgic for me for personal reasons. I had a safari little monkey lost a long time ago, much bigger than this one, and I've never seen him since, so I'm waiting for the day I do. Now this is just adorable. Look at this. You can put so this can feed the banana. I just think that's so cute. And they are kind of people. Monkeys are kind of people. They're just more hairy than us. So I added them in here for $1. So cute, so cheap. Okay, so I brought him up backwards first, not very charming. This one was $4 and it says Hosun, Hosun. I'm not exactly sure what it was. When I saw this, I had to have this, and it's not any, I don't know what a Hosun brand is. It's not anything that I collect, but the vinyl face and that smile. Oh, I love her so incredibly much. And this little, look at this little belly with this tummy button. Isn't that adorable? I just think that's so cute. She's got vinyl feet here and vinyl hands, and they're long, grasping hands. I intend to put her out in like the little Wendy house we built for our kids, hanging off the roof. Little vinyl ears. This is just adorable. I had to have this. To be honest, it would be one of those things. My father always says to me, if you look at it and it brings you joy, then it's worth the money. And I mean, $4, that's less than what it cost me to get a cappuccino nowadays. But more so than that, if you leave it behind and you regret it for $4, it's not worth it. So I got him. Okay, I've brought the camera down for my favorite find. She's very dusty and she is a REborn doll, which is why I've put her in the doll haul and kind of segued that into the bringing, you know, the monkey plushies in just before her. I got her as a special treat for myself, very, very cheaply, cheaper than it is to buy the kit. The kit for this one in New Zealand, I think was $120, $120. I think I saw it down on special for $90 at one point. But you can see that she has been reborn as an artist. There was a card certificate with the artist who actually did her, an official REborn agent. Has painted her, the eyes have been put in, and all these hairs are lovingly, individually put into these REborn dolls. And I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but can you see the tiny lines? I mean, these things take ages. They are works of art, basically, these REborn dolls. Now, there are little bits that I need to fix up. I can see on her that I just need to take care of. But to me, looking at that face, once that dust is off the eyes, it's going to be very, very realistic, which is the whole point of these REborn dolls. But of course, she is a little reborn chimp. So you can see there's little hairs on her arms here that have been inserted very delicately. A lot of it's to do with the art work in there. You can see the nails here, and then over here you'll see her little tag. So the lady before her called her Martha. She's the Binki kit, so she's been named Martha. She's from the Binki chimp kit, born the 13th of August 2012. And she's been reborn by Lee's Lauboz. Again, you can see the little hairs. So she has gone through some love. I can see where some of the hairs have been broken off. Maybe something rubbed against her or she fell over at some point. It's not too much of a difficulty for me to fix it up. I don't think I want to fix up the hair too much. I don't want to mess with it, but yeah. Look at this. It is effectively a baby realistic chimp, and I love it so much. Not everybody's cup of tea. I totally respect that. Some people on Instagram thought it was scary. I think she is just too huggable. She is too lovable. She is too cute. And she will be getting a little baby cot for herself because she's too cute to not have a baby cot. So those are my finds. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Let me know if which one's your favorite. If you love doll hauls, secondhand toy hauls, please give this video thumbs up. If you love toys in general, please subscribe. We love to open toys and we love to share. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.